Welcome back to Sister Land Investors, ladies. I'm so happy to be here with you today. I'm your host, Elizabeth. I'm an investor, mentor, mom, and of course, mindset strategist. I really believe mindset's huge. It's everything that we do, 90% of our lives. My dogs want to get in, get out. Okay, so today's podcast, we're diving into the powerful strategy of land investing, specifically lending capital. So a lot of you ladies have reached out and said, Elizabeth, I don't want to learn. I'm too busy. I'm a mom. I work 9 to 5 and then I run around with the kids. I get it. I'm there too. I'm the same way. I have the money. I have some money saved. I want to be the bank. I want to lend, which is great. We worked with a lot of women, especially close friends that have lent us money. We actually, Cindy and I have lend our money to a lot of investors in our community to fund deals. And I think it's a great way to start your real estate journey and to start building your asset and compounding your investment capital. As we dive in today in the powerful strategy of lending, into land deals. If you ever wonder how you can be the bank, this is it for you today. Earn strong returns and build lifelong partnerships. And this episode is all for you, ladies, if that's what you're interested in. We'll explore 6 big pros on acting as a private lender in land flipping. Beyond just the dollar signs, think of friendships, legacy, and freedom. We all want, ultimately, I think that's our main goal, freedom, to be able to do what we want, when we want, with whom we want, whenever we want. I think that's the ultimate goal. Of course, financial freedom is too, but having that freedom to do and be with your family is the best. Let's start with number 1. Why lend on land deals? Why would we lend? Many investors, ladies, need capital. Many of them. When we first started off, I can speak for myself and for my sister. When we first started off, we used our own money, what we had saved in our 401k, what we had in our savings, if we had other properties, and put the capital into land investing. And it was huge because we saw the returns and we loved it and we dove deep and never looked back ever since. And eventually you run out of money because we wanted to keep some properties for ourselves, but yet we wanted to continue flipping other ones. And so we reached out to family, we reached out to friends, and this is how we were able to not only use their money, but give them a nice chunk of return on their investment for their money. So yes, many investors quickly run out of capital. So a lot of them are looking for fund for banks, for you private investors out there. And ladies, you can become a phenomenal land investor. The land markets move differently than stocks. They move differently than real estate, homes, commercial real estate. So it's a different market, which is extremely simple and it gives you a lot of control. As a lender, you set the terms, the interest, the rates, the years, the security, all the terms without managing tenants and renovations. This is huge. Ladies, listen to this again. As the lender, you control the terms, the rates, the interest rates, how long you're going to secure this term or your money, how long it's going to be tied up. You set all those terms. For example, for me, when we first started off and we started reaching out to other investors in our community, they at first would give us just 50%. And we were more than happy to give 50% because it's either we gain 50% of the profits or we lose it all. So we learn quickly, like, yes, 50% is better than nothing. And for all the ladies that are just starting out, make sure you are in a community such as ours here, or in a community that they could guide you and tell you who to go to, where to go to put your money, and make sure it's backed up by real estate. Always make sure that it's backed up by real estate. Lending on land flips is a win. It's win-win for you and it's a win-win for the person buying the property and you for lending that. Your partner executes a deal. A lot of these in our community, A lot of them do the due diligence, they do all the heavy lifting, and all you have to do is just put the money, the capital, and get a return of investment. Sometimes you get it, ladies, within a year. Sometimes it's less if you're lucky. It could take up to 3 years, 5 years if they're developing the property. It all depends, but you'll get it in less than 7 years. With us, it's anywhere from 1 year to 5 years. We'll give you more details on that. If you're interested, DM us. Your partner executes the deal, you earn passive cash flow and protect your capital with clear title on the land. So you're the first lien holder on the property. Number two, the attractive interest rates, the attractive interest returns. High yield rates are typically loans from 8 to 15 APR, often paid monthly or yearly. Again, it depends on you how much capital you're providing. At the beginning, the lender puts all the terms. If you've done many of these and you have different investors like ourselves, we set the terms. So make sure you get a few under your belt before you start setting up the terms. But it's very important to know that you could get anywhere from 8 to 15% interest. Again, the terms of how you get paid monthly or yearly, that's up to you too. You could discuss those. The cycles could last again anywhere from 3 months, which we've done a lot of flips within 3 months, or it could go up to again 3 to 5 years. So again, all this you could discuss with the founder, with the person doing the deals. This is a great example. We loan 20K at a 10% for 6-month flip, and we netted 1,000 in pure interest. And of course, we got our return of investment, the return principal. So that was a nice way to kind of get our feet wet. And I highly recommend everyone to start with 20K, secure it with some real estate. If it's not land, a home or something in real estate, and get your returns quick. Number 3, ladies, secure by a tangible asset. Again, I'm just repeating what I said. Your collateral. When you lend your money, make sure it's secured by another piece of real estate that's worth way more than what you're lending. Again, we teach all this to you, ladies, one-on-one consultations. DM us if you're interested. We'll go into details on that. But make sure that if it has to go under foreclosure, the people are not paying monthly, or whoever you financed it to or not making the payments, that you can take it to foreclosure and get your money back. Very low maintenance. There's nothing to fix. It's just dirt. So you're going to get your money back. Unlike residential properties, raw land has no upkeep. This is the beauty that I love raw land. The collateral holds its value and it does increase over time. In Texas, pre-COVID was one amount, $1 amount, and post-COVID, everything just went up. So a lot of our assets doubled in price or doubled in what it's worth now. An investor story. Maria, who lent 15K on a 5-acre parcel, appreciated the clarity of the title lien versus a riskier unsecured node. And she was able to get her 15K plus interest in less than 2 years. So she was very happy and very excited about that. Number 4, the faster the turnaround, the compound opportunities are immense. So again, when you're doing land flips, again, it could take 3 months, a year, 2 years, but it's super rapid. The land flips close faster than home renovations, because a home you have to tear down, fix, put new plumbing, put new roofs. On land, you don't have to do that. You turn around and resell it 3 to 6 months, a year, maybe 3 years again, and then you get your principal back. Once one closes, you can redeploy all your compounding interest on your earnings and use it to roll it over to the next fund, to the next model. So you keep a small reserve in case of a delay, but you rotate the principal to maximize the high speed return. So again, you use a little to reinvest, keep rolling it over, and then just keep some on your savings. Trusted networks. You'll form deep relationship, ladies, with all of us here with this community, with operators, fund investors, partners, real estate attorneys, surveyors, not just the lender, not just other lenders. You'll build a lot of relationships within the community and you'll get a lot of support and guidance. I'll give an example of Cindy's lending circle. We used three of her friends, former cohorts of hers, to lend on a 12-month period, and they got nice returns. They got all their money back plus a nice 10 to 15% interest on their loan. Shared abundance and family legacy is huge. Generational wealth. This is what I preach daily, and I recommend every mom out there to do that. Lending income can fund colleges, private schools, which my children, not to brag, but this is the way we fund their schools. Private schools, tutors, lavish vacations overseas for a month. I mean, we do it all, but it's not because we're lucky. It's because we've been very strategic about how we lend our money, what deals to go into, what deals to have other investors fund. And it just takes practice. It takes practice. It takes knowing. So make sure you partner up with people that know so you can get a nice return and enjoy it with your family. This is what it's about. Your internship and passive income for you and your family is a personal reflection of yourself. So make sure you share how you want to start investing, ladies. Share with the community what you want to invest, what your capital is for the remainder of 2025 or the coming year. Say, this is how much I want to put out to fund deals. 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, and then find investors that could give you a nice return of investment. And last but not least, mindset and empowerment. I don't know why I put it last, but honestly, mindset for me is like 99%. You have to have the confidence when you're doing your land deals. You have to have the confidence when you lend your money. You have to know that you're going to get a return of investment. You have to know that you're giving the money to an investor that has done it before and that they know what they're doing with your money so you get the nice return. And make sure that if for whatever reason it goes south, because it could go south, for whatever reason, the property that your money's parked is worth more than what you're lending. Again, ladies, where you park your money, the lien that you put, make sure it's worth more. So if you loan 100K, make sure that the lien is worth at least 130 or 140K. That's just something that you need to consider. Again, we go all into this in our course, in our apprenticeship. So make sure you sign up. So the affirmations that I like to tell myself every day, I tell myself and I tell my kids, I'm a source of capital, resource, fuel, growth, and transformation. You have to tell yourself that you are a source of capital and you help other people and other businesses grow in your community. The only way for you to grow is to help others grow. And it's a game changer when you change your mindset about your capital and your returns and your investments, because that's the only way to grow when you're helping other businesses and other investors. Lending your money into land deals isn't just profitable for you, it's transformative for you, your partners, and especially your families. Now is the time to step into your next role of being a land investor and lender, being the bank. Your private lender checklist, DM us so we can send you more. DM us for the apprenticeship if you want to learn how to find good deals. And if you just want to be the bank, which is being the bank has been the biggest joy for me. Working with investors that have done this for a long time and seeing the returns come in with little to nothing. I mean, yes, I'm giving my money away, but I know it's going to come back with a nice return, has been huge in our career. And I absolutely love it. I'm here to fund deals, ladies. So if you have a great deal, send it our way. We're happy to review it. You're not investing in land, you're investing in yourself. And not only in yourself, you're investing in your family, mamas. In every sister you uplift. Until next time, keep your capital moving, your heart open, and your visions extremely bold. Thank you, ladies, for joining us today. If there's any other questions, I'm happy to answer. Make sure you DM us. I love you, ladies, and have a blessed day. We'll talk and see you at the next podcast.